What's up, guys? We're heading out. I'm about to be out in my oasis, out in my area where I live. This is what I love to do. We want to work on some food plot, cut down some weeds, take care of those problems. But first, we got to go drop by the Tractor Supply and find hopefully they got a backpack in there I can put all my stuff in and get it taken care of. But this is what I live for. Check this out. Look at all that heavy equipment out there. You talk about, now we're getting towards where life happens. Out of the big cities, out here where God's country is, this is where I live. Stay tuned, we'll be back. Oh yeah. Let's go see if we can find a backpack in here. Get a little something done. Well, the Tractor Supply don't open until 8 o'clock. Even on the website it says 7. So we got about 13 minutes and then we can get in there and try to find us one. Have a good one. All right, we're back in business. Freaking open now. Let's see. We're gonna make it happen this time. All right, we're in business. We done found us a backpack to use. And I think it's gonna be pretty awesome. Alright guys, this is the food plot area. Back in there's the main ditch, runs all the way down, back through, way back up in there. There's bedding in the hills back in there, and there's some bedding back in here. There's 2 ditches over here. This one's a levee. And the levee comes down and runs into the main ditch here. And then there's another ditch that runs all the way back up the field to the truck. Basically what it is it's a drainage for the fields. And it all meets right here in this little corner. And had pictures of several nice bucks. I'll put them in the video. I'll do a slideshow or something of the bucks I had last year. And I actually got one, and I'll put a little clip of the video of him. He was I'll show you where he was. He came out on the other side of this brush here, and it was of course a lot lower at that time. And I was in this tree right here. In that V is where I set up with my saddle. And he was just a little too far away and I couldn't get to him. And his bow season, couldn't shoot him through that brush. At least not ethically. I just didn't feel good about that shot. But I built this little honey hole food plot back in here last year, and I'll put a picture of the plot and everything and how good it looked at that time. And they were wearing it out too. So I'm back in here now. We're getting back, starting to grow up, getting a bunch of weeds in it. I'm gonna spray it all. I'm gonna pull these taller weeds. They have real shallow roots. I'll show you real quick. These weeds right here, super shallow roots. So I'm just gonna rip these up rather than try to kill them and spray them. But stay tuned. I'll get some footage of spraying, and then I'll explain once we get out there a little bit more of my strategy for next year to maybe pull him into this area more, and hopefully it'll work out next year. You know how it is, big bucks, they're not easily killed, that's for sure. Alright guys, so here's the setup. Huge cornfield. It's about 900 yards that way to the other end. Down here in this corner I was telling you about earlier, there's a spot where the tractors can't get into to plant. And so I turned it into a little food plot. So this year I decided to try something a little different, because last year I planted all this, and I actually planted down the edge of the bean field. It was beans last year, and I planted down this edge right here, and he ended up coming out right about in there. And I was way over there, and there was the brush. I couldn't get a shot through there really at him, at least not what I thought would be ethically. And so he ended up smelling me, the wind swirled or something, and he took off down the field edge here. So this year I decided I would try something a little different. I've got one of those box blinds ordered that you can kind of contain more of your scent and some movement. And I'm thinking I'm going to put it right in this corner, right in here, maybe right in here. That way I'll have at most maybe a 30-yard shot at the farthest there. And if he comes out here again, I'll have another 25 to 30-yard shot at him there as well. And I'll also be able to see him if he's coming down the edge of the field and kind of get ready for him, get the camera set up a little bit better instead of when he just pops out here. But those big bucks, they do that a lot, and they like to hug that cover, and then they just pop out, and they're real cautious for a while, and constantly smelling for any kind of danger at all, and they'll be ready to hightail it out of there. So I have to choose my days very wisely, but there'll be a big box blind here, and I'll probably have to take out some of those trees in here, and probably have to do that, and then so I can make sure that there's a clear shot to the whole plot there, as well as being able to see the whole field out here for later during the rifle season. There's a guy that rifle hunts, and he's going in on the blind. He's going to put in with me, and so I got to put it to where he can actually have some success as well in the future. All right, guys, we got some weeds all along this whole edge out there and back up into the food plot area. And so we're going to get those sprayed real quick. All right, guys, what we're doing now is just cleaning some brush out, overhanging on the trail down the edge of the field. Check this out, guys. You talking about serious thorns on this tree here. No joke. About got me. But the chainsaw prevails. Normally does. And I'll bring you back whenever we're setting the blind up, and we'll give you a view from it and all. Until then, we'll see you later. Thanks for joining me today. I know I didn't get a lot of footage, but I don't have a tripod yet and all that stuff, so I'm gonna have to try to find one that's decent, that will give you some good quality footage to see what's going on out here. Thanks.